I don't know what goober ran this cable this way, but that is not the way. This cable broke and somebody taped it back up because they ran it the wrong way, just like that cable down there. They ran it the wrong way. What are we gonna do first, huh? What do we want to do first? I guess we could take apart the cab. We'll get the cable dropped out. Cables. Pretty sure they also didn't run the battery power here like they were supposed to. Nope, I don't see it. So, just like the truck I had to fix last night at the other site, they're supposed to run a main power to this battery box to bypass the disconnect switch here so that the system contains memory. They did not run it. They connected it inside the cab, and then look at this wonderful wire run right here. So it looks like it has already popped the last time they lifted this body up, and they had to tape it, fix it. As well as, you can see that little yellow scraggler down there. You see how they ran that? That is absolutely dog shit. We don't do that. But the last truck I did, they ran this one so short it popped and they never fixed it. So I ran a whole new cable. I might have time to do that today, but the cameras are functioning. So first thing I'm going to focus on is getting my inclinometer switch, which is going to be this cable over here. It's going to connect to the little sensor that goes on the arm, so every time they go to pick up a dumpster from the front loader, it triggers an event sequence and they get their little photos and video packet. So I'm going to have to run a cable from inside of the cab. Here's the gateway back here. I'm going to have to run a cable, the inclinometer cable. I'm probably going to go out here, down, under, lift the cab up. This whole thing will lift up. I'm going to run it, route it down the frame rail, and then it's going to have to come, excuse me, I just farted. It's going to have to come up this, up here, through these little mazes of holes, up, over, around, and then to the inclinometer. And then I got to run power to the battery box, that backup power. It's if they me enough slack. So get these ice chests out of the way. This company now owns the company that I was gonna start working for full time, so we might end up getting a management petition between the two companies, even though it's one company, between the two different names, and taking care of all the fleet telematics. She's trying to put a packet together as a fleet telematics manager. So basically I would be in charge. And even though the crew that did this install for the Third Eye, they weren't Third Eye techs, they were just kind of here doing a different camera system and they needed it done, and they said they could do it. They didn't do a terrible job. They did pretty neat work here. Everything comes loomed in these new G1 kits, so it's not like they sat there and loomed everything, but I mean overall they did a pretty neat job. Something easy enough to go back behind and service. So all I got to do is pull this stuff apart. I have to drill a big hole right here. I'm going to drop out through the floor my power cable and my inclinometer, which, if I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure they cut the power cable short. This is probably, no, that's not it. Where is it? There it is. This is it right here. So we'll need to get in here with some cutters, and I'm going to unscrew this stuff. So let me set the phone down. We'll flip the camera here. We'll get tearing this truck apart. Start fixing all of the uh-ohs. We won't have any more uh-ohs because this $500,000 truck needs to be functioning properly. Look at enough slack to get this stupid thing out of the way? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Pull into this back. Ski. Alright, is it gonna work? I'll put you guys over here. That way. Get his book sack out of the way. Alright, maybe get my drill. We'll start taking this old, beautiful, wonderful truck to work on because it's not dirty and trashy, and the driver absolutely takes care of it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Is this one? Got me a little hotel like 3 minutes down the road. So I was supposed to do this truck as last night as well as the other site. The other site was in Houston. This is at Baytown. But when I got here, the truck was locked up, which is a good habit. Nobody was here, so I had the gate code, but I didn't have the key to get in the truck. So now they're here. Bright and early. I'm only running on a few hours of sleep because I got done late last night, but it'll be all right. We need our number 3 Phillips. I won't be moving around as much here in a second. Set up. 3 Phillips. They're supposed to be welding the plate today. That's the only thing I don't know if they'll be able to do. And I might also need to find some shorter hardware to mount my sensor, but this is the metal plate that the tilt sensor. So they have to weld that to the side, and then our sensor screws to that. These 2 little bolts I found that will work, but they're a little longer than I need because he only gave me the plate and the sensor. I didn't have a set of screws for that one, which isn't really a big deal. We'll figure it out. Alright, so let's take apart this dashboard, expose everything. We can see what's really going on. I was so happy last night because the other truck is pretty much a twin to this one, but it had a lot more issues. And the gateway wasn't even functioning. I couldn't even get it to turn on because they had the power so messed up. And once I got everything kind of uninstalled, reinstalled, it worked out great. I bet that's the welder. You welder? Yes, sir. I'll lower that body down. This little guy is just going to go like that. I'll lower this down real quick. That way you can work on it easier. But I'll trace it for you real quick. I didn't think you'd get in that quick. Okay. And you ain't got to go crazy. Just
toast it in from there.
move the truck over there. Okay, I'll drop the body down. Drive it. Well, we're going to let him do his thing first. So let's go ahead and drop his body. First thing we got to do, and where can I put y'all? I'll put y'all right here. Right here. Alright. First thing I do, I gotta lift it so I can pull the safety bars out. I think that is. Okay. Switch on. Up. I'll just say this, if you get your finger trapped in anything to do with this truck, it's probably gonna just straight up take your finger off. You be very careful. Very careful. Alright, I'm gonna drive this for him, so make sure I get everything out of the way here. We'll leave the battery box down here. He doesn't need that on. Get the book sack out of the way. Out of the way, book sack, out of the way. Put my drink over here in the shade. Make sure everything's secured. Get that out of the way. So we'll have a slight delay, but I'll probably just go watch him while he welds, so I can watch that if y'all want to. Let me see where he wants me to pull. I always knew I would be a trash truck driver in some sort, shape, or fashion. Alright, first of all, I need some AC, brother. Second of all, I need some FM radio. Source, not AM, not weather.
Only spectacular that
Entrepreneurs, nonprofits, and ministry.
the most.
Ensinado por ti.
I got pip, I got pip. So we're gonna have to fix power too. So that line is only supposed to be there. Those backup lines when he's in reverse. So I don't know what they did with power, but the other truck was like that too. So I'm gonna have to fix this one's power as well. It's probably where they tap the ignition. Is either, I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Si te preguntan qué pasó entre nosotros, si esto se queda entre nosotros dos, no des la vencida.
Holy crap. What are they making Mexican Backstreet Boys music now? What's going on? Yeah, ask him where he wants it. Yeah, they don't have much supplies at this shop. This is one of the smaller locations. Which side do you want me on? Oh, right here? Will that front end loader fit under the awning, or do you want me to pull up sideways? Sideways? I'll put the side closest to you. I don't want to tear their roof off. We'll drive this down there and we'll make a U-turn. I need to grab my Sharpie too so I can trace the plate for him to weld it up. We'll hang out with him. I'm gonna. Oh, the lines went off. So I guess it only goes on when you're in drive. That's weird. It's supposed to do it only in reverse, not drive. So, e-brake off. Drive. See that? Those lines come up. It's not supposed to be drive and reverse. It's supposed to only come up on reverse, but we'll figure it out. Go down here. We'll flip us a U-turn. I just need to start driving garbage trucks, dude. Hang out in the AC, picking up cans all day. I like what I do. It's a very special acquired set of skills. So we don't clip the awning. That ought to be good. Yeah, I'd have been too tall to go into that. Get my Sharpie real quick. Hola. Olaf. My name is Olaf. I am from Mount Arasa. honest, you don't have to weld all the way around it. Just top and bottom normally holds it. The power is good. You're the professional. And the for you. You want me to kill the power?
No.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, let my fire. The doors. Huh? Look, the little notch. This way. Yeah. This is that one, not this way. Copy. Go on YouTube. It hurts sometimes, man, but it gives me something to do when I'm downtown, if I'm in different states or skate park. It keeps you active, you know? That's good. Perfecto. You did too much. Hey, good welder. Very good welder. Yeah, good stuff. I'll let it cool off and I'll move it. Huh? Yeah. Wait, what? What? Just one. Just one. Perfect. That's it. I appreciate you. Easy day there. Easy day. Alright, let's move this. Oh. Love my amigos, man. He showed me pictures and videos when he was in Venice Beach Skate Park in California. So, oh, yes, sir. That's a spot. I've been there. It's like sometimes when I'm lying in bed, look at it all, what's in my head. Alright, let's see if we can turn this bad boy around without causing too much havoc. Sometimes when I'm lying in bed, just to get it all out, what's in my head. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Pull it in forward so I got a little bit of shade. Alrighty. So now we're going to lift the body back up. Switch in. We'll go ahead and release our safeties here. Boom. I see a Civic over there. I'm going to go check that Civic out. I'm going to go check that Civic out now. Let's see if I can set this here. Maybe not put it earlier. Just put you all over. Hola. There you go. Push that in. Okay. Where do we want to start? Where do we want to start? Guess we will start in the cab. Drill some holes. Pop some grommets. Yes, sir. See, if they'd have been good little boys, they would have used a longer cable. They wouldn't have popped that line and had to repair it. They would have just ran it back and with the white wire path. But they didn't know how to lift the body, I bet, so they just kept it down and ran it with the body down. And that's why as soon as they lifted it for the first time in service, they lost their camera views, because that one and this cable right here, as you can see, also not ran in the best method there. They should have just ran it all the way down just like they did the other one. Yeah, but they're not pops, and at least they've got enough slack to hold the camera image. So as far as right now, we're just gonna run our inclinometer cable to get our sensor up here. That way it's triggering, and then the other half of the harness installed up here, as well as I need to run power to the battery box and install the backup battery that they also forgot. Like I said, they did a really good job installing, like cleanliness wise. They were pretty organized and stuff, but they did miss a bunch of steps because they, obviously didn't know how to work this entire third eye system, which I'm not hating on them for. I talked to them yesterday. Actually, the crew that did these installs was at the other site fixing their camera systems, because he kind of threw it on them last minute. Here's our power cable. So yeah, this needs to run all the way to the battery box, way out there and down at the back. So this is gonna have to go out the cab, forward, and then back. Zoom out a little bit and get full width here. There we go. Yep, so it's gonna have to run down. I'm going to drill a hole right here, put a grommet. It's going to go out, forward, wrap back, and then go up and follow the right path up to the body. So, first thing we got to do is fix their power issue, because where they connected power on this is absolutely not the right spot. So we need to find the RP1226, and we're going to go move our power to that RP1226 plug. And that is what it's supposed to be connected to. I have to dig through some of this shit first, though. I'm gonna say it's probably back there somewhere. And I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed to get it all out what's in my head. Feeling a little peculiar. I know it's in here. Gotta be. Gotta find the connector tucked in all these shiznits. Alright, I'm gonna put y'all down. Flip this. Where did they put the RP1226? The only bad thing about Saturday, I don't know how easy it's going to be to get through to tech support to get the ports switched over to the right positions, but we'll worry about that after. We'll get everything fixed first, and then we will focus on that. they got it buried, man. Oh, way easier to get to than this. Way back here. I might need to go take off some stuff on the other side. It might be tucked. It gets put in random places sometimes. Actually, it might be up here as well. Let's take this front cover off. Oh yeah, y'all don't let me forget I gotta adjust this monitor and turn it more towards the driver. Don't let me forget. Counting on y'all. I don't see it. Maybe it is in the back. It's back here somewhere. I don't want to cut all of his zip ties, but I might have to. I might have to. And I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed, is to get it all out, what's in my head. And I'm feeling a little peculiar. Am I hitting puberty, dude? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Installation low power splice. Could use that. Ground splice. I could use that. But I would like to find the RP1226. So, let's check one other spot first. Pretty sure it's not in here either. It's probably going to be buried all the way in the back, but let's try just to make sure. Oh, we got some more camera cable there. Nope. Okay, let's go to the other side. Once I find this, I can move their power. Butt spot. Ooh, I'm gonna need butt connectors. I don't know if I've got any more butt connectors. I think I ran out yesterday. Let's see. Oh, there. Is that it? Oh, is that it? Can't tell. No, that's not it either. Typically, it's by that blue connector. Is it tucked right there? Is that it? I can't tell. Dude, this fucker is buried, man. Alright. Is that it? Is that it? Is this ignition splice? Oh, fuck yeah. Look at that. Let me make sure. FO ignition splice box. I'm going to take this back cover off. This would probably be the most, well, not time consuming, but figuring out where this plug is. Pain in the ass of the day, but I'll take these two off. I always bury it. There's a ton of wires in here, so never really know. It's not always in the exact spot. Put this back in here. What up, Jose? To read what you said. Let's see. Aha! We have found it. We found it. Sure enough, it's tucked way the fuck back here. I don't know if I have enough slack to pull it up or not. Let's see. Ah, it's tight. Damn it, boy. Oh, there's two of them in here. Holy shit. I would say I knew they had 1226s in here. There we go. We'll use this one. Alright, so this is a RP1226. This is what most new vehicles are equipped with. This plug has ground, ignition, constant, as well as the vehicle CAN bus data. That yellow and green is going to be the J1939. They do make a connector that plugs directly into these and then gives me all my pigtails. Of course, I don't have those in stock. They're kind of hard to come by, so we'll just tap our ignition into this. This is where they connected their ignition and their constant, and it's definitely not the wires they were supposed to tap. I know they were trying, but it's not where it's supposed to be. So we're gonna cut those one at a time. We'll get those moved to right here on the splice box here. And that will fix one problem. Then we'll get the backup battery that they didn't install. We'll get that plugged in, which so we can do that right now. Let me go ahead and find those plugs over here. Switch sides. Is that the doors they're listening to? I think it is. Riding. Move on, riding. Let's see. Some of the plugs I need here is going to be PSV video button. This is the one I need for the harness that I'm plugging and going to be putting in here. Do I need... What else do I need from that harness? Oh, the battery plug, yeah. So that's probably going to be down here, tucked, unfortunately. There it is, I think. Yep, that's it. It's going to be hard to get to. Let me try to plug the battery in there. Here's our little backup lithium battery. This is normally supposed to go in a housing and mount where the UDU is, but they kind of made that not so feasible. I wish I could find which plug that is. I'll pull it. but no way around it. Ah, this is Velcro. Sweet. Move that out the way. Now we can get to it. Bam. Alright, our backup battery is plugged in. I'll put a zip tie on that to hold it. That's one thing down. Put that back there. Now, one thing I'm also pretty sure of, they've got all these cameras probably on the wrong ports, but we'll worry about that afterwards. Let me go grab my PSV harness, so we'll get that dropped in here. Alright, first things first, let's push this through here. Put this back out of my way. The PSV cable's got an ignition and a ground as well, so it's going to tap in the same other where the monitor power goes and the cable power is going to go. Log this out. Okay. This needs to go up towards that. See if I can get my hand in here with all this other stuff. Hello, woman. Come here. Go. This is the relay on the harness itself. Whenever that sensor moves in its position, that's what it triggers. Might even be able to just push this USB cable going through here some way. Up there. Oh, a finger on it. Just can't pinch it. Come here. Rest. There we go. Alright, PSV1 video button. That is plugged in. Oh. Then we'll connect power and ground here to my splice point. And so we can get out of our way right now. I think this is going to be the one I'm going to tap into. So orange is going to be my ignition on this RP1226. White is going to be ground. I'm pretty sure their ground is good, so we might just go ahead and move our ignitions right here. It's our culprit. Grab my cutters, strippers. right. Two yellows, that ought to be good. Meetinks. Cut this tape. Alright. These are our two we need to get off of this circuit. Let's cut that. Bing. Gateway. Ignition. Ignition. Alright. Then I need my ignition. No! Oh no! Where can I put y'all? Ignition's off. Okay, one side. Of course, it's always going to be a pain in the ass to get the other side in. go. There's our ignition. And we just need to get our ground. So there's one ground. Let's just see. Alright. Instead of moving the other grounds, we're just going to tap this one in. To there. I'm going to test it real quick and plug my sensor in and move it. See if our relay clicks. If it does, let me know we are good on power. Let me grab my inclinometer. There's the cable. One minute, I'm looking for plug. Got it. So when I move it, this little relay is clicking. That's what we want. That's simulating me moving the arm, so it means our power's good. We run our cables. Turn that back off. Now I need to get the power. Constant, and here's the ground. So this has to run all the way to the battery box. We'll have to get this untangled and then pass this back out. Let me look and see what my battery percentage is at. I don't want my phone to go dead, so probably end it here in a little bit. So on a couple of the trucks, they cut this. This is like a 40-foot pigtail. But they cut it and just connected it inside the cab. And the whole purpose of this is to bypass the disconnect, the battery disconnect. So it always has like memory, constant power to the system. But whenever they install it this way up here, as soon as they kill the disconnect, it loses all memory and all power. So we're fixing that as well while we're getting all the other stuff done. Pass this cable back out the same way I went with the inclinometer, and then we will drill a hole in the floor and start pulling our shit to the back. I'm gonna have to lift the cab up. Before I lift the cab up, I gotta put everything, screw all the panels back in so we don't bust the windshield. Alright, we got our cables pulled out. Do a little jump rope here. Feet out. Alright. So, at this point, I'm going to go look at the third eye portal, make sure all our cameras are plugged in the right ports, and I'm going to make sure they're all up, and I'll be right back. How much time have I been? I've been on for an hour. Yeah, we'll call it there. You guys have a great day. Must be newer, too much wire for me. Yeah, it is newer. Always get a classic. Classics are a lot easier to work on, but there's a lot of crap in here, dude. A lot of crap. Alright, y'all be good. Did I end it? Yeah, I'm gonna end it. Hour's good enough. Have a good weekend, everybody. Don't drink and drive. If you're gonna not be sober, don't drive. Don't get pulled over. Be good. Don't hurt anybody. Treat each other with respect. Peace!